They told you that reaching financial stability meant you'd made it. That once you had a steady job, paid your bills, and saved a little, you were finally safe. But that's the biggest lie in modern life. What most people call stability is actually the most dangerous trap. The first level of wealth, designed to keep you comfortable enough to never escape. In this video, I'll show you the 7 real levels of wealth, why most people die stuck in the first, and how to climb out before it's too late. The first level is survival. You earn money, you pay bills, you survive. That's it. There's no margin, no freedom, no peace. One unexpected expense, one illness, one job loss, and everything collapses. The system tells you this is normal, that as long as you have a job, you should be grateful. But what they don't tell you is that survival is not security. It's dependency. You depend on the next paycheck, on the next client, on the next approval. You live in constant fear of falling. That fear is what keeps you obedient. The truth is, the system doesn't want you rich. It wants you reliable, because when you live paycheck to paycheck, you're too busy worrying to question who profits from your labor. The second level of wealth looks better, but is even more deceptive. It's comfort, the illusion of progress. Here, you have a little extra. You can dine out, buy a new phone, take a small trip once a year. It feels like growth, but it's just a prettier cage. You're still trapped in a cycle where your lifestyle rises with your income, and your debt grows with your comfort. The banks love you here. They give you credit cards, loans, and payment plans that feel like freedom but are actually chains. The more you consume, the deeper you sink. This is the level where most people stop climbing because comfort kills ambition. You're not suffering enough to fight, but not fulfilled enough to be free. The third level is stability. The responsible one, the socially approved one. You have a steady income, some savings, maybe a retirement plan. Everyone around you calls you smart, safe, mature. But here's the harsh truth. Stability without growth is slow decay. Inflation quietly eats your money. Banks lend out your savings to make themselves richer while you get crumbs in return. You think you're protecting your future, but in reality, you're standing still while the cost of living runs ahead. This level feels safe, but it's just stagnation with good marketing. The fourth level is the beginning of freedom, when you stop saving out of fear and start investing with purpose. You learn that money sitting still is money dying. You take small, calculated risks. A business, an index fund, a new skill that multiplies your income. At first, it feels scary, because you've been trained to think safety means never risking anything. But the truth is, avoiding risk is the biggest risk of all. When you start planting financial seeds, the first months feel slow. Nothing seems to change. But one day, the compounding effect kicks in, and everything shifts. Those who mocked your crazy ideas will still be trapped where they started. The fifth level is control. Here, you're no longer fighting to survive or to prove anything. You've built assets, diversified your income, and broken the paycheck mentality. But the danger here is complacency. You look around and think, I've made it. That's the trap, because the moment you stop growing, the system starts catching up again. The taxes, the inflation, the hidden fees, all designed to pull you back down. The fifth level feels safe, but it's a plateau, not the summit. To reach the sixth level, you have to make a mental shift, from working for money to making money work for you. This is where wealth becomes self-sustaining. Your assets generate income. You sleep and your money keeps moving. The game changes completely. You stop trading hours for dollars and start trading strategy for freedom. Here, you use credit as leverage, not as debt. You understand that saving too much is losing, because every dollar sitting idle loses value daily. You play offense, not defense. The sixth level is where the wealthy quietly live while the middle class still thinks they're rich. But even here, most fail to reach the final stage, because money amplifies who you are. And if you're not prepared mentally, it will expose every weakness you've been hiding. The seventh level is mastery, where wealth is no longer about accumulation, but about purpose. You no longer chase numbers. You build systems, legacies, and impact. You use your money to buy time, to free your family, to create opportunities for others. You've learned that real abundance isn't how much you have, but how little you depend on having more. Ironically, this is also the level that few people ever touch, because it requires something no one teaches: emotional discipline. The patience to build when others rush. The humility to keep learning. The strength to say no when ego says yes. At this level, wealth becomes invisible. You're not flexing it. You're living it. You're free. And that's the ultimate goal. Not a number in the bank, but the peace of knowing that money works for you. Not the other way around. The question is, which level are you really in? Not the one you tell people, but the one your habits reveal. Are you still in survival, pretending it's stability? Are you trapped in comfort, calling it success? Or are you finally building freedom brick by brick? Because every decision you make with your money, every expense, every habit, every investment, either lifts you a level higher or keeps you chained below. You don't need to be born rich to climb. You just need the courage to see the trap for what it is and take the first step out. And if you want to learn how to escape financial survival and use your salary to start building real freedom, go watch the previous video. If you're ambitious but lazy, watch this. It will show you how to turn small, consistent habits into the foundation for long-term wealth.